Morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? It's 6:10 in the morning, West Coast time. It's Tuesday, the 18th of February, 2025, and the world's gone absolutely insane. This is the Weaver Agency of Roseman, California. What's going on? So, I've been trying to keep track somewhat of all the insanity happening right now. I've been off the air for a while because I had other things I had to take care of. Apparently, the plane crash out in Toronto, I don't think it was caused by Trump, but it was caused by weather, adverse conditions out there that it was just insane out there. So, I'm glad everybody else is alright and nobody's killed, nobody died on the damn thing. But here's the thing that got to me yesterday when I was doing some scanning on the news. Social Security being pilfered. Head of the department, who wasn't Trump appointed, had to leave because she couldn't deal with the Muscovites or even Musk himself. So she stepped down. That wasn't bad enough. The Nuclear Regulatory Agency, the ones who deal with the nuclear power issues, power plants we still have going, not to mention aging weapons. We had people leaving, fired by Trump. Part of those power plants that are still in operational. I think there's one or two operating in the northwest of United States. Well, they lost staff, critical staff, that would have helped kept up with the power regulations and administering power for a lot of areas. So now what they're trying to do, trying to get the people back into jobs again, and they're saying with their fingers to Trump and Musk. Hell of a way to deregulate things. That wasn't bad enough. There was also reports I was getting. And cities in the United States that were protesting. They were actually protesting. People actually took a holiday to tell the Muscovites and the Trumplicans, enough's enough, knock the shit out. That wasn't bad enough. Russia and the United States are trying to get into some kind of negotiations over Ukraine. And Ukraine's still raising a finger up at everybody right now. Good. Saudi Arabia is trying to host. They want to get their result. They want to get things resolved in Ukraine, probably for a price. But that wasn't bad enough. I have been trying to watch, trying to see what's going on these days. I wanted to stay away from all the people back talking and chattering up a storm, saying, "Well, what do you think about this? And what do you think about this?" No, I don't think about it because if I start thinking about it, I'm going to be going ape shit over it. And this is nuts. I don't want to deal with it, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to deal with it. I've also had people I know online on Facebook have been getting their asses kicked because of how many times they keep trying to send information along that'll help others with adoption, pet adoption, mostly. Yeah, basically that's all it is. And how the engines of Meta are giving to people I know more grief than anything else. To the point where one person has just dropped out, can't deal with the social media anymore, can't deal with it with any of it anymore. I could probably say hearts and hugs on this one here, but those dogs are going to need more heart than just that. So some other people have been trying to pick up what's been dumped off. It's not easy being a spokesperson for someone who can't, or something who can't defend themselves or plead for themselves. Person's been doing that for a long while, and other people have been reposting left and right. But when you get this thing called shadow banning, I don't even know what the hell shadow banning is on social media. I never heard it. And then again, I think Mark Zuckerberg's lost his freaking mind when he put in artificial intelligence in the damn thing. How about reducing? There have been a posting in there concerning about shadow banning. One message was saying that a lot of people are shadow banned or have been reduced, and it pissed off a hell of a lot of people. And why not? I think Zuckerberg's out of his fucking mind. I'm trying to get information about it. I don't understand why they're doing the shadow ban. What the hell is he trying to do anyway? I mean, he's trying to make it a little bit more efficient for people. He wants to make it a little bit more open where he's insulting others. Trying to help out dogs who need help, who can't speak for themselves, who need to be adopted out of our shelter systems in Southern California, not to mention in Kern area, but basically out here. But what I see right now, other people are trying to pick up on it. It's not wonderful. It's needed. It's necessary. And I hated it when a friend just had to say, no more, I can't deal with this. I don't know how else I can help her out. I've been doing the repostings left and right for people to let them know about it. I am not in a position right now, wish I was, to do some adoptions. Wish I could. I'm not in the, I'm not in a situation, unfortunately. Wish I could. It just kind of ticked me off when this person's just said, I can't do it anymore. We have out here in Kern also adoption things going on. And we have people losing their pets left and right. Somehow they either slip past doors or get picked up out of yards, but we're seeing people losing their pets left and right. We have the questions always been asked, have you seen my pet? Have you seen this dog? Have you? It just never gets easier dealing with it. It just doesn't. I don't know what else we could do. So, I'm trying to get more information about that shadow banning where this wonderful free-for-all system has screwed people over left and right one way or another. You got groups out there being posted about shadow banning. A lot of them. I needed to find out through this wonderful system they have of social media. Why was it necessary to do shadow banning at all? I can't even find where the hell they got this shit from in the first place. I don't want to ask a damn computer program about the shadow banning. I want to ask people themselves why. What's so damn What's so damn important that you have to shadow ban people because you allow certain groups of people to have absolutely unfettered um, access to other people's information, and not to mention they can curse and cuss and be complete trolls and idiots. But when you get a person who's trying to do something for the community, trying to tell them, look, we have this situation here happen, you get caught off because it's not what? Not acceptable anymore. The one thing I never liked about the platforms we subject ourselves to is they're not ruled and regulated. As if our social medias are not subject to laws at all. Times I wish it were. But that would mean that we would have to have state and government officials, especially the IRS, the federal, to make those laws possible. But we have an ineffectual Congress right now who can't get off their dead ass. They want more tax cuts. They're going to be taking money away from everybody else who can't fight or defend themselves. While you have the Muscovites going through people's records through the IRS, going through the IRS as well. I don't know what the fuck you want the IRS records for in the first place, but they're going through everything. They're tearing us apart left and right, and they don't give a shit. Some of those systems out there are using COBOL system. COBOL is one of those older computer systems before my time. It was an acronym. Something, I think, outside the punch card era. I'm just trying to get the definition of what COBOL is. But it's one of those, okay, programming language with English-like syntax. Okay, well, do I go by the WIC or am I going by something else on that one? According to tutorialspoint.com, software programmers who would use the basics provided up understanding. Oh shit, give me a description of the damn thing. There we go. IBM. Okay. So we did have IBM working on our computer systems back 60s and 70s, I think. If I can just get this damn system to work here. Oh, great, and she freezes up. Why am I not surprised? We had different programs running our systems, businesses and government. We wanted them efficient. We wanted them to run. We didn't want any program issues with them. We had several of them between, I think, 50, actually from 40s to current. So I'm going through Wikipedia right now. Okay, COBOL is an acronym standing for Common Business Oriented Language. It's a compiled English-like computer programming language designed for businesses. It's an imperative, procedural, and since 2002, Object-oriented language. It's primarily used for businesses, finance, and administrative systems for companies and governments. Widely used applications deployed on mainframe computers such as large-scale batch and transactional processing jobs. Back in 1959 it was designed. Partly based language of a different one. Created as part of the Department of Defense to create a portable programming language for data processing. Originally used as a stopgap, but the Defense Department promptly pressured computer manufacturers to provide it, resulting in widespread adoption. It was standardized in 1968 and revised several times. It's got a lot. It's got a lot. I'm not a programmer. I can't speak geek that way. I don't speak Greek either. Well, nerd, yeah, but not computer geek. So anything regarding that kind of language or anything else of it, out of my language, out of my territory. But it was done in the late 50s. Computer users and manufacturers were becoming concerned about the rising cost of programming. There was a survey done, found that any data processing installation programming costs were $800,000, ouch, on average, and translating programs that run new hardware cost about $600,000. It cost money. So, well before I was born. And the systems were still running it. And if anybody understood COBOL, good luck. And if they did, they were one among few. Dealing with old ancient computer systems our government systems depend upon. And it's been updated many times. So I imagine the computer geeks are trying to work these things. There goes coffee. Coffee. This is only going to get worse. This is only going to get worse. I think we're beyond trying to finger point who's to blame for this one. We all are, because we got suckered into this shit. For those that actually voted in the Trump organization, they're not going to admit it that they made a mistake, but if they did, they don't know how to fix this damn thing. And unfortunately, we have an ineffectual Congress that won't rein in the president. But right now, the president thinks he's king. And on President's Day, instead of going out and seeing what kind of disasters we got going on, people drowning, people freezing to death, plane crashes all around, he goes out to a raceway, gets in the beast, and tells these guys to run around once they're on the track. And those who celebrated and worshipped and loved the beast, including the beast inside, cheered. Meanwhile, people are still dying one way or another. I hope we're enjoying the chaos and confusion. I sure as hell ain't.